Hello and welcome to another perlani video. So today I wanted to do my personal Windows 10 / Windows 11 tweaks that I use. So I'm currently using Windows 10 LTSC, so I'll be showing it here. Again, these are all tweaks that I use personally, so let's get started. The first one is disabling all the unnecessary things that you don't need at Windows boot. So let's just get started. So we'll pop up my start menu, and what we need to type is msconfig. So msconfig, here it is. So I like to run as admin just to be sure with all the settings, and we'll go to the startup tab. Actually no, the services tab. We'll get to startup later. And what we'll do here, first we'll click this hide all Microsoft services. Go ahead and click that, and now we see all the services that are running at system boot. As you can see, I've disabled two of these, the Logitech Bluetooth service and the Mozilla maintenance service. But let's see what else we have. So we have the Adobe Acrobat update service. We don't need that. Asus will leave. EA background service. This is for the EA client. We don't need that. It is my VPN client, so we'll leave that. Google Chrome. We'll leave that. Who cares? Google Update. Actually, we'll just disable all of that. HP Print Scan Doctor. We'll disable that. These I have disabled already. NVIDIA, we'll leave NVIDIA. Symantec is my Symantec Endpoint Protection is my SCP program. So for Windows security, so we'll leave that on. Steam, we can disable that. And so now I've cleaned up all the unnecessary services that launch at boot time. So we'll just go ahead and apply that, and that's it. That should be it. So I recommend you definitely do that. Of course, you won't have the same stuff as I do, but you can feel free to disable all the third-party programs that or their services that you don't need. Okay, so next up, what we'll do is we'll launch my task manager, and we'll go to the startup tab. Okay, so check this out. So what I have here is the list of my startup programs that launch at startup. So these aren't the services, these are the actual programs that launch. But what we'll first do is, let me just show you. So we'll just pop up, let me just pop this up over here. So what we need is we need auto runs for Windows from sysinternals. Okay. What we'll be doing is we'll be not just disabling programs that we don't need to launch at system boot time, but we'll clean up this. I'll show you how to clean up this startup folder, because some people just have tons and tons of programs, and they just clog all of this up, and you just can't tell what's disabled and what's not. So here's auto runs. You just type sysinternals auto runs, and this is the latest one at the time of filming this video. So you just download it. Now I already have it, so let me just pop it up. It's over here. So let me just go ahead and launch it. Actually, while this launches, and we'll just wait for it to finish. What I wanted to do is I wanted to launch it as admin. So I'll just go ahead and do that. For some reason, it doesn't want to exit until it fully loads. But so let's run it as admin after you've installed it. And what we'll do, we'll go to the logon tab over here. So I'll just click that. And what we have here is, let's just have a look, is we have all of the programs that are that launch with Windows. So this is this. Now, as you can see, I've already disabled some things. So let's just say I've actually had it like this, you know. So I had this, I had this, I had this, I had this. So I had all of these programs here that were clogging up my startup tab on my task manager. And of course, I wanted to clean it up. So what I did is, I just went line by line as you can, and I just deselected the things that I don't need. So the good thing about sysinternals is the auto runs is that you can actually tell what it is. So it, here you just can't tell it for some things like this, like program. What does that do? I have no idea, but I can check it over here, and then I'll know. So it says, the entry. It says where it is in the registry. It shows you the description, the publisher, the image path. So Eddie, my VPN. So we'll just leave that on. Google Drive, I'll leave it here. Opera, I don't need that. Proton is my old VPN, so I don't need that. Steam, I don't need that at launch. Zonar is my for my audio card, so we'll leave this this here. Adobe Updater, we don't need that. This is Logitech. As you can see, Logitech Setpoint Event Manager. So this is for the keyboard. Logitech Options is for my Logitech mouse. OpenShell is for my start menu, so we'll leave that here. Google Chrome, we don't need that. Edge, we don't need. Edge, we don't need, but it doesn't want to remove it because it's a duplicate entry, so whatever. Adobe, leave that. T-Clock is okay. So again, we have, or what I had before, which is cleaned up startup tab. And of course, if you just want to disable entries, you can just right click and select disable. And then what I like to do is I like to sort it by status. Then I have the enabled ones at the top and disabled ones at the bottom. So this I just leave because I'm not sure which entry it is out of these Logitech ones, but it doesn't really matter. As long as it's pretty clean as it is now, I'm quite happy. Okay, so that's cleaning up your startup tab. Let's go ahead and exit that. We'll exit that. Okay. Now the next thing I'll show you is how to shut down your Windows system at a specific delayed time. So let's say you want to shut your system down in like 3 hours from now, right, or something like that. So what we'll do, we'll launch CMD. So again, I just typed CMD in my search bar on my start menu. So it's named the command prompt, and we'll run it as admin as always. And so what I'll do, let's say I want to shut down my system for 3 hours from now. What I'll do, I'll just type shutdown at a time, delay for, so this is in seconds actually. And so what I'll do, I'll just calculate it. So we have 1 hour is like 60 minutes, times 60 is 3,600 seconds. So we have 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. And so if I want to shut down my system in 3 hours, I'm gonna do it at times 3. So that's 10,800. So we'll just type 10,800 and click enter. So now you won't see any messages or anything like, oh, this is confirmed and whatnot. But this is enabled now. So 3 hours from now, if I just left this as it was, the Windows would just commence the shutdown procedure. But what I'll do, I'll just abort this. So we'll just type shutdown and then abort, and that's it. So that's your shutting down Windows at not at a specific time, but in a specific time delay, which is what I prefer. Okay, so that's it. Moving on. I'm just gonna show you a bunch of these, and stick around because I'm sure you like find some of these useful. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to show you is, let me just find it, put it here. So it's a program called Log Hunter, and it's at loghunter.com. So you can just download it from here. And I already have it downloaded, so let me just show you. What this program does is, if you have a folder that's locked, so if it ever happened to you, like you wanted to delete a folder, and then it says, you know, it's being used by another process or by another program, so you can delete this program, or you can't move it or copy it or whatnot. This program, Log Hunter, actually allows you to delete the file, the folder, or copy it, or whatever you want to do with it. So let's say this folder is, I can't copy it or I can't delete it. So after I've installed Log Hunter, I'll just right click on it and click what's locked in this folder, because this option will show up after you've installed it, after you've installed the Log Hunter. And what we'll do, it'll check for which processes are using this folder. So now I currently have GPU-Z, Explorer, Zonar Switch, and Clock 64, so quite a bit. And you need to click more details here to see this. And if I click here, it'll show me the exact path to the program, which is also useful. And now I can unlock it, delete it. I can also go to other and delete it at the next system restart, unlock and rename, unlock and copy, and I can just terminate the locking process. So that's this is quite useful, actually. I mean, you should, I think it's a super useful program, and it's allowed me to avoid quite a bit of headaches by having it installed. Okay, so that's Log Hunter. Let's just move on from here. So in the next step we have PowerToys. So PowerToys are, just minimize that. PowerToys are, let me just find them, or put them here. So Microsoft PowerToys. This is actually from Microsoft. So let me just click here. And here you have installed PowerToys. I already have it installed, so but you can install it from here. And this is directly from Microsoft. So what I'll do, I have it here. I'll just launch it. Why this is useful is that you can have a whole bunch of things that you can do with it. You can extract text. You can have a screen ruler. You can rename a bunch of stuff like all at once. Resize an image. Actually, this file locksmith, I believe this is a new option in PowerToys, which is similar or almost the same as Log Hunter. So this is the PowerShell, or not the PowerShell, but the PowerToys version of it. I definitely prefer Log Hunter to anything else, but I think this is quite similar to that. But what I use is the keyboard manager. So the keyboard manager, I just wanted to show you this. So what I use is I remap a key, and what I do, I usually remap on Linux, BSD, or Windows caps lock to control, and I put my escape key a little bit lower. So, but I definitely recommend, if you haven't tried it out, to have caps lock, to have the control key where the caps lock key is. I definitely think that's you'll definitely find it as an improvement, as I have. So what you do, just click here, remap a key, and then you do you add a new one, and here you select which one you want, or you type it here. And let's say I want space to be, whatever, insert, and that's it. You just apply it, and that's it. You don't need anything else. So that's definitely something that I that I recommend. So I have caps lock replaced with control key, and it's just much easier, much more fluid when copying, pasting, and cutting stuff. So that's PowerToys, and again, it's by Microsoft, so it's not some third-party junk. It's quite well integrated into Windows. So and you have a whole bunch of other stuff, and as on top of that, it doesn't really use a lot of resources, so it's quite good. I definitely recommend this. Okay, so the next thing is how to shut down your system faster. So what we'll do, let me just find where I have it. I already have it here by the registry editor. So what we'll do, we'll run regedit. You can just type it in your start menu. Run as admin. So this is the registry. And it's you should definitely, let's first do that actually. We'll save, or we'll export the registry as a backup. And I have a folder named reg.backup. And how I like to name it is I like to name it by the date. So today is the 4th of March 2023, and I'll name it always as 040323. So the 4th of March 2023, and the export range I like to do all, so the entire registry. It takes a bit longer, but that's just how I prefer it. Okay, and then we'll click save, and we wait a few seconds for our backup registry to save. And it's saved. Okay. So now, what I'm gonna do, I'm going to do this by hand as opposed to, a faster way. So what we'll do, we'll navigate to HKey current user. So it's here. Control panel. Desktop, and what we'll do, we'll just go over here, and it should say auto end tasks, and when you double click it, you just type the value to 1, which will enable it. And what this does is this, so when you're shutting down Windows and it says these you need to close these programs first because you have unsaved data. So let's say you have a Word document that you haven't saved. And what this will do, this will force Windows to shut down everything. And basically you'll be, force shutting your system down. Now the caveat to this is that unless you save all of your progress that you're doing, you might lose some data. So you should only enable this if you want the fast shutdown time, and you save all of your progress, as I do when you're editing, and doing stuff like that. So put 1 here to enable it, apply it, and that's it. Once you restart the system, you're gonna have a faster shutdown time. Because many people, what they do is they actually close stuff down when they're shutting down their system. Or if they don't do that, they like right click and they select close window, close this, or they just shut it down, and then it says, Windows is shutting down these programs. But if you have, again, unsaved progress, then it'll just abort the shutdown procedure. So this is a much faster way. Okay, so let's show you the last one, which is I'm not sure how you pronounce this, the verbose mode or whatever. Okay, so what we'll do, you can actually do this by the group policy or by the registry editor. So let's pop up the registry editor again, go back, let's say we're at default. So we'll go HKey local machine. We'll go to software. Microsoft already been here, so Windows. So Windows, we've opened that up. Current version, we've opened that up. Policies, we opened that up, and system. So this shouldn't be here. Here it is by default, because I actually made this entry. So you do right click and you select just the word, and then you write this over here, verbose status with a capital V and a capital S, and then you double click it, and then you just select one. I mean, you type in one and you apply, and that's it. And after the next system restart, you should see what this does. Actually, it shows you the boot process and the shutdown process. Windows will actually spell out what the hell it's doing. So it'll just show, instead of saying you know, Windows is shutting down, this will actually show you what Windows is shutting down. And when it's booting, it'll actually tell you what the hell is booting while you're rebooting your system. So it's actually a quite useful thing. Again, all of these tweaks I use myself, so I definitely recommend them. Now you can also do that by the group policy manager. So we'll just go again to start, and we'll try to type gpedit .msc. Again, I like to run everything as admin, and so what we'll do, we'll go to computer configuration, administrative templates, so here, and we'll go to system, or system, and then what we'll do, you just select this, display highly detailed status messages, and here's a description. You double click it and you select it to enabled, and then you apply, and that's it. Now I already have it applied through the registry that we just did, but you can do it through here as well if you don't want to mess with the registry tweaking. And so that's it. So again, the verbose mode actually shows you the messages at boot and at shutdown time, so you can diagnose a problem if you have it, like if Windows freezes at shutdown or at boot, you can actually tell what the hell Windows was doing you know, at the boot or shutdown time. So that's about it. This is the first part of the tweaks. I hope you found at least one of these useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.